Hey, everybody, how's it going? I realized after clicking that button, as I click that button, as Bob is telling the story of how I totally forgot that today was Wednesday in the afternoon and we did the advent calendar.
Bob brought lemon bars.
I said I'd bring lemon squares.
We said we would.
We couldn't tell Zach ahead of time, because if we told Zach ahead of time, we'd be probably streaming together.
I definitely would have shown up for lemon bars.
I mean,
Not a lemon fan.
They're homemade, though. It's
homemade lemon bars.
Homemade doesn't make lemon taste like something else.
Zach, I see, is doing the show from his red room.
Yeah. I'm back home. Oh. Unfortunately, I guess. I don't know.
I was making a 50 Shades of Grey reference, but it wouldn't catch on with I don't think this crowd or the chat.
This is the After Dark crowd.
It is the After Dark. I don't know. I'm sure it's on Underdog. You wouldn't know if you're in the final. Like, it's anyone who makes the final week of that Underdog contest. So go to your Underdog league, I guess, and see if you're in the final week. I mean, you're not you wouldn't be in the final week for 3 more weeks or whatever, but that'd be on Underdog. We don't control any of that, which is the way I like it.
Of course, Joey understood the 50 Shades reference.
Of course. Movie buff that he is. Classic. Hollywood classic. It might be the best fan fiction made from a fan fiction. It's I'm just kidding. It's probably not.
It's probably not, but that is literally what it is, and that is always entertaining to me.
Yep. Absolutely. So, what do we want to talk about tonight, guys?
I was promised a story about something about Arizona. That's all I remember.
Oh, yeah. It's actually not more of a story. It's just actually really annoying. Lauren isn't here to talk about her Arizona stuff. I don't think we even reached out to her to come on. So if she jumps in the chat, we'll let her on to talk about her stories. But mine is just really, really frustrating. So I bought a new car a couple of years ago. Bought it in Arizona because in Arizona it's just exponentially cheaper than Minnesota because they build cars in Mexico and like all the major companies, and then they transport them over the border, etc. And Arizona is closer than Minnesota. So, Lauren is here. So I bought my car in Arizona because it was the same exact car for like $5,000 less. I'm like, I will take that. I will take that discount. My parents live in Arizona, so I bought the car in Arizona, applied for the title and all that stuff in Arizona because you legally have to, and had it, shipped up to Minnesota. And Arizona does not do paper titles. It's all online. It's all digital, which I did not know. My parents knew because they've lived there for years, but it's all digital. I didn't worry about it. But then when I paid off my car, they're like, Minnesota's like, you need to go get your title and stuff. And to, have it cleared, have the lien taken off of it, because I paid it off at like, I don't know, took me about a year to pay it off. But so I went through all that rigmarole. I talked to the bank, talked to the Minnesota department, talked to Arizona. It turns out my parents went to the Arizona Department of Motor Vehicles. The only way I can get a paper title from them is to fly down and get it from them personally, because you need an Arizona driver's license to access their digital titles. So I either have to fly down or fill out a form giving my parents power of attorney to get one while they're there in Arizona.
Man,
that's the only way I can get the title for my car, which I think it feels nuts to me. But you know what? $200 to visit my parents for a day and, get the title. Or they can mail me a form in which I will give them power of attorney for a day to get it. But that's a lot of work to get.
That's a lot of work. Just got to make sure that all of this piling up of things you need to do doesn't equal that $5,000 you saved on the car, because otherwise
Right.
A lot of time and effort's being wasted on this one.
Yeah. This Lauren, I feel like, has a lot of Arizona experience from what I've been able to tell from the chat, especially recently. So I've been to, I'd say 60% of the states. I've been to a lot of states. And I used to joke that Arizona, especially Phoenix area, is one of the worst places to drive in. And my parents explained to me why it's so bad to drive in, because there's a whole lot of snowbirds from all over the country. So they're older, and they bring their driving habits and laws from all these other states into one city. And so it's just kind of a cluster of a lot of older people with ideas of how you're supposed to drive in different cities and attach them to that one city. It's pretty hilarious.
Hey man, for years and years, like literally decades, New Jersey held the worst state to drive in.
Did it?
Until finally New York beat us out.
I have not been to New Jersey. I've been to New York. I've always felt like New York is more of a traffic thing than it is actual crappy drivers. But I've been to New York a couple times. I didn't actually think it was that bad, to be honest. I thought Phoenix was worse.
New Jersey is wild driving in.
Yeah.
As somebody who goes down and picks Russ up when we drive out to the expo, no matter how fast you are going, you're going 15 to 20 miles an hour too slow for the guy with New Jersey plates behind you. It's wild.
And then they'll cut you off without signaling, and it's all your fault. And absolutely. New Jersey drivers are the most self-centered, obnoxious people in the world.
It's like people in the chat talking about like traffic. It's not even the traffic. I don't know that I've ever hit terrible traffic in New Jersey. I'm sure there is, but it's the actual, like, it's the over aggression of the drivers. And I've driven for a long time in Massachusetts, get a really bad rap, deservedly so. But New Jersey is head and shoulders the worst offenders I've ever been around on the.
Got to be the best of something.
I'll have to go there when we go to the Russ's Basement live draft event for SFP 15.
That's the one.
I don't know. You're banned from SFP 15, so it doesn't.
I am really banned. I know you've been in Disney, but have you followed along with this story about my SFB run, Zach?
No, I haven't. What? You have to explain. You have to explain to me.
I love that you haven't heard it. It's great. The chat all knows, but so on my page, and I could pull it up if you want to see it, but on my page, there's clearly a redundancy in my code where if you search my name in the search bar, my team does not come up because Scott Fish is all over the back end of that code just because that's the site, right?
Right.
So it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't come up. You type Fish, nothing happens, but you add the E, then Russ Fisher will show up, you know? So Scott and Fish do not search for my name. So I did not realize this when the playoffs started. Search my name, not there. All right, I'm out. Didn't set my lineup. Next week, just didn't set my lineup. It's the end of week 2. Like it's Monday Night Football. My buddy is right on the cut line. Paul Chartian is right on the cut line. I go to look for his name. I didn't search. I was scrolling to see how far away he was from that cut line, you know, like who's above him and below him, check the scores. There's my name. I'm like, what? Turns out my league mates actually knew that I was in it because they searched the division and they knew I was in it. I didn't set my lineup the first 2 weeks. I had multiple players out. The first week I had injured players in. I did nothing to my lineup. This week I had Carl Pickens in my lineup who got ruled out, but I was busy at a basketball tournament. I had 3 zeros in my lineup this week. I'm still alive, baby. I advanced again. I have advanced 3 weeks with multiple zeros in my lineup.
It's wild. I couldn't even get past the first week of the play, starting a lineup.
So I think we've decided on this show 2 things. The best move is just barely pay attention to your lineup. And the second best move is to ban me from SFP going forward, because clearly I should not be in this league if I'm paying this little attention.
Man.
So what we're going to do is I'm just going to change my first name to something that starts with an S, so we can keep it SFB, but it'll be like the Seth Fisher Bowl.
The Seth Fisher Bowl. Oh my gosh.
Man, that's fantastic.
Just unreal. Oh my gosh. Oh, I do think something that we mentioned on the earlier show was, so Minnesota has this yearly.
Yes.
You know what? I'm going to see if I can find. Oh, I got some names, probably. Okay. So Minnesota has a yearly snowplow naming thing. You probably remember the Bodie McBoatface name voting incident of, the Finlandish aquatic thing, or Icelandic, or what, aquatic vehicle or whatever. So every year for many, many years, like as far back as I can probably remember in Minnesota, we've had a snowplow naming thing. And I was going to give you the last 9 winners of that, because that's what is listed here. Do you want to hear the names of the last? Maybe you can rank them or rate them. Give them a 1 to 10 rating. All right, here's the last 9 winners of the Minnesota Plow naming contest. Taylor Drift.
Nah.
No.
That's not specific enough. That could be anything.
Okay. Well, Clark W. Bliswald. No, nothing.
Not feeling it.
Dolly Plowton.
That's too much of a stretch. That's way too much poetic justice.
One was Waifinti, which is the Dakota word for snowplow, and Dakota is a major Indian tribe around here. So that's not really. The next one was You're a Blizzard, Harry.
Yeah, right. Well, that one made me giggle.
Blizzo. Clearopathra. And Better Call Salt.
Okay, I like that.
We're some of the more recent winners, but yeah, we've had a lot of those contests here. Those are all kind of met, like Lauren says.
Your Blizzard Harry is probably
as I was listening to him, like
they're
these
pretty,
feels like they could have been funnier.
Like Plowy McPlowface would have made me giggle more than most of those.
I'm sure there's a Plowy McPlowface.
Biggs thinks that Clark W. Bliswald is gold. Scott doesn't think so because he just ran. So I'm pulling a complete change of subject on this because this happened to me yesterday, and I need to know if I'm insane or not.
Yes.
So driving, I had to go to the office yesterday, which is obnoxious as hell in the first place, but I'm driving and following the speed limit, maybe doing like 5 over, nothing crazy or anything, driving in a straight line, not swerving or anything, but I'm driving, and then a cop car goes and passes me the other way. Am I the only person that looks in their rearview mirror to make sure that cop isn't pulling a U-turn to pull them over for some reason?
No,
like
I would
every single time a cop car drives past me, I'm always just like, don't pull over, don't turn around. And of course, I'm doing nothing illegal. I'm not that bad of a driver. Like, I don't remember the last time I got pulled over for something. But still, every single time, anytime a cop car passes by me, I look in my rearview mirror to make sure it doesn't pull a Yui and pull me over.
Yeah. And when you've got one just randomly behind you, like all of a sudden you're 500. I've never gotten a say that I really have to knock on something, but like I've never gotten a ticket in my entire. I'm still like, all right, here we are. We're going 500. I feel that, Russ.
All right, I'm glad it's not just me because I don't have a real reason. Because again, it's not like I don't drive all that bad. Like I drive, like Zach said, I drive a little fast, but still,
yeah,
I drive intelligently fast. Because if you've gotten a speeding ticket before, you see that it's like if it's 45, you can go 9 over, and they're not going to bother pulling you over because 9 over isn't points, and that doesn't give them any credit for anything on their quota. So I'll always go like 9 over the speed limit, which
it all depends on the cop. I have cop relatives. They're like, some will pull you at 1, some will pull you at 8, some will pull you over 10. Some don't really care that much at all.
Yeah, as long as you don't catch someone on a shitty day, of course. But like most, like I've had plenty of New Jersey cops been just like, if you're driving more than 9, as long as you're not swerving or doing anything stupid, and we don't have to like give some tickets away, then we will leave you alone. So yeah, I usually drive, but like again, like I don't do anything. I've never in my life done anything that would warrant a cop pulling a Yui to come and pull me over. Like in my head, they're gonna like pull the e-brake and Taylor drift, into a U-turn and then come and pull me over.
Yeah, I do think we should do this right there. That sounds like fun. Doing a contest like that for a SFB division name. But on the pulling over thing, I think by being pulled over to gain a ticket ratio is obnoxious, because I worked overnights, third shift, middle of the night for 14 years and drove over 100 miles a night. And they will constantly pull people over. Like,
they're doing the drunk
Pepsi,
check.
and all of us drivers for Pepsi would talk about this, that they would constantly pull you over just for checks, just to check. They're out. There's not a lot of traffic. They're like, let's see what you doing, where you going, let you go. But like catch and release fishing, like it's absolutely ridiculous. I've probably been pulled over 75 times in my life, and almost all of them were that. I haven't had a ticket. I don't even remember last time I had a ticket, maybe 10, 12, 15 years ago. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I got pulled over once when I was young, and I'm talking like probably under 20. And I, again, don't know what I was doing. All I did was I was driving and I turned into a development and I get pulled over. And I was a kid. I was nervous. I was literally like, the cop's like, what'd you do? What are you doing? And I'm like, going to my friend's house over there. Why'd you turn in here? Because I'm going to my friend's house over here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's just
why are you so nervous? Because you pulled me over for going to my friend's house over here.
Right over here.
And like I literally just kept, because I couldn't control what I was, and like I couldn't tell if this guy was trying to be an ass or if he thought it was hilarious that I was that scared of what was happening right then. But like, and
I want to clear this up first. It's probably been like 25, 30. It was definitely hyperbole. It's probably not been 75, but it happened multiple times per year. It feels like 2, 3, 4 times per year. They just pull you over and check. But yeah.
My favorite was I got pulled over in Ohio once, and the guy literally just goes, New Jersey, be right back with your ticket.
That's a Minnesotan in Wisconsin, or a Wisconsinite in Minnesota. It feels like that's what it is too. Not a whole lot of fanfare. I'll be right back. I just opened a brand new whiskey I've never tried, and I'm gonna have my wife try it because it's actually pretty good. I'll be right back.
Bring the bottle. We need to know what it is. How could he just walk away?
Does it go with lemon bars? That's the question.
Lemon? we got an abundance of lemon squares.
I haven't seen you eat any. Are they good?
I don't know. I don't like lemon squares.
After all that crap, you don't even like lemon squares?
Yeah, that's why they're still sitting there. They'd be gone if it were like, what are the 7-layer bars? They'd be gone.
Yeah.
Where's 7-layer bars?
I managed to did the 2 weeks of vacation, the parks in Orlando, walk between 15 and 19 miles every day and gain 5 pounds.
I was going to ask what was your food journey like? What was the best thing you ate? How was your Thanksgiving?
My goodness. Thanksgiving was great. We did cowfish, so we did sushi and burgers at the restaurant in City Walk. But the day that we moved from Universal to Disney, we had like an off day, and my in-laws came down, and they did a couple of days with us. So we had like a morning where we were in Disney Springs. We went to the new Indian restaurant called EET. It was amazing. So Caleb, who eats nothing, ate naan bread. Like he had the bread service, and he just like wound the naan to him, and then like 2 days later, he's like, "Can I have?" So I will do that. So we did that, and then we did Boma, which is the buffet in the Animal Kingdom Lodge. And I've been trying. So my wife and I went for our honeymoon to Disney, and we ate at Boma. I've been trying for 14 years to get a reservation there again, and every time we go, I miss it. Incredible. We got it again this year. So I went back to back, eat for lunch, and then Boma for dinner. It was maybe the best I've ever had in my entire life. It was incredible.
That's awesome.
The best bread service is Sana.
Yeah, Sana. Yeah, Joey.
Yes.
Yeah.
They even have a gluten-free bread service with all the pita and stuff.
Zach, it's
Emmy's favorite restaurant. That's all. Emmy loves that one.
Zach, does Caleb generally like naan? Is that something you have at your house?
Never had it. He'd never had it before. So
Okay.
he's very like he's got food aversions, and so
I know.
He's very, very like Honey Nut Cheerios, occasionally pizza crust, sometimes pretzels. He branched out. He digs churros now. So that was a thing. We got him doing the cinnamon coffee cake because there was a Starbucks in the lobby at the hotel in Universal, and so he'd do the cinnamon coffee cake. So like it was wild. He probably had foods that were outside of his comfort zone on this one trip, and he never does that. So it was awesome. So much.
Well, you've always said Disney's his happy place, so
it is.
It opens him up a little bit.
And this year was the first year that they actually did roller coasters. So like they're 9 and 11, they're a little timid. So the last couple of years, like maybe we'd go on one, and then they'd be like, "No, we don't want to." This year, it was one roller coaster after another, and they get off and they'd be like, "It was awesome." I was just like, it was just a really good trip.
God, that sounds great.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome. I love when kids get excited for those kind of things.
Yeah, well,
get excited for new experiences, especially.
And it's so cool because Disney's been Caleb's happy place since he was 4.
Yeah,
and it's the Sana bread service. Yeah,
nice.
Feed me. All the chutneys and things. Yeah.
I was gonna say about the naan, man. You should start bringing naan into your house normally. Like, we have naan from time to time. We'll throw it in the toaster, put it on a pan, and get it grilled up. Or my wife the other day brought home some cloud naan, which is like really puffy naan. It's like, it's absolutely delicious. Build on that naan experience that he seemed to like.
It's definitely 1,000% the rotation from now on, because when we find things that he'll branch out on, it's we keep those in the rotation. But
it's the best. Yeah, I was talking to Joey, who's in the chat a little earlier. He was mentioning he's spending time with the kids tonight, and I was telling him that I was hanging out on the couch here, and the kids were running around, playing, wrestling, roughhousing, and as they do because they're 2 boys, and like for a good stretch, I was just sitting there watching and listening because I'm like, I'm gonna miss this when this sound is not in the house anymore. Like, you really need to cherish every one of these moments because it is not going to be in the house before you know it. And I'm already sad thinking about it. And I talk about it a lot. I think that the heart attack gave me that perspective on life, but it was fun to just lay here and listen to them giggle and laugh and wrestle and throw each other around and knock ornaments off the Christmas tree and that you should be madder at, but then you're like, God, they're having fun.
Yeah.
Bones shattering, teeth falling out, all the good sounds you love. Real quick, Sniper Mel didn't know what naan was. Naan's Indian bread.
It's an Indian bread, yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It's usually like very light and fluffy and of course, like everything I like, just smothered in garlic.
If you want it, you can do so much to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a breakfast sandwich out of naan the other morning. I put naan on the grill and grilled down in some butter, and I made eggs and put strips of bacon on other side of the eggs, cheese in the middle of the eggs, and I folded the naan, and it was like a little naan taco breakfast sandwich. I took a picture. I could probably.
I mean, taking it back to where Russ didn't know what 7-layer bars are, Scott. Do you?
He doesn't know what a 7-layer bar is?
What?
No.
They're delicious. Oh my God. Especially if you like coconut. You gotta like coconut.
I don't like coconut.
Well, you can abstain from coconut when you make them.
You can, but I think the coconut is the best part of I think it pulls it together. But yeah, 7-layer bar is absolutely delicious.
Maybe that's why I don't know what it is, because it was always coconut based and I don't like coconut.
I mean, I was very impressed though when Zach sent a image from the ice cream shop at
Beaches, yeah,
Beaches and Cream.
Yep. We took down the kitchen sink, a whole can of whipped cream, a whole can,
a whole can.
But that was been trying to do that for Harrison for I don't know, like two trips, and it just had never worked out. Like a couple of years ago, we had COVID and they were serving inside. And don't do the kitchen sink outside, and my mother host things up for us the last time, as she will do occasionally, but then this time I was like, all right, we're going specifically for the kitchen sink, and we put the Hertz to that.
All four of you did it?
So Caleb had French fries.
Yeah. But you can French fries into the kitchen sink.
No. He doesn't like ice cream. Like I was like, here, you want some vanilla ice cream? He's like, I'm good, Dad.
Yeah, I thought maybe he'd take some vanilla.
No, but I tried.
Yeah, that's all you can do. More for you. So, Bobo,
we're ready?
We need to give stuff away.
I got two different randomizers to try tonight. I got a YouTube randomizer for everyone.
You have to work. I like that you have to work.
Everyone needs to.
You said 10 o'clock and it's 10 o'clock, so.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock.
It's actually 9 o'clock in a better time zone, but
entries end now. So yeah, we can go for it.
So go for it. You're the one with the thing.
I gotta share my screen. Let's see. Now I gotta yes. This is all new. So I'm hoping the chat can bear with us. Or with me.
Yes, I'll take a 6-layer bar, it sounds like.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, you could put something else on there to make it 7.
Lauren, you're in the chat. Are you going to come on to tell either your Arizona DMV story?
She said another time she's already in bed with the lights off. I'm jealous.
Yeah, definitely.
That's like the next level of Fantasy Cares After Dark. All of us just being lazy and being in bed while we're doing it.
Honestly, I'd be.
I was.
Yeah, absolutely. I was in bed scrolling Instagram and I'm like, oh, I gotta go.
I think the next Toys R Us, by the way, posted on Instagram the video of me shopping, my family shopping, which was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very fun to do those shopping trips.
Zach just disappeared.
As you do that, I was going to say.
Yes. What is the...
Well, I'm not on. There's Isle of Skye. It's an 8-year Isle of Skye. It's more peaty than I expected. It's a Speyside. Got a little bit of peaty, meaning it's got a little bit of a smoke flavor to it.
I like a little bit of smoke flavor,
but it's very smooth. I'm used to I generally drink single malts, but this is a blended, so it's a little bit smoother. Zach, you look so much different. It's crazy how different you look.
You guys are lazy in bed, and that's where I am. So, what can I say? How's it going, guys?
Should we give the chat 1 minute to run over to Blue Sky and get in? No? Yes?
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Okay.
Anyone in the chat, if you didn't know, go over to Blue Sky and check out @fantasycares.org. We posted this, I don't even remember when anymore, but go check our profile out. All you have to do is follow us on Blue Sky, like that post, and comment anything on the post, and you will be entered to win the Chuba Hubbard football that I was taking a bite out of before.
Chuba. I mean, I thought Chuba's a very good pick, Russ. Very good pick.
Yeah, it was the first thing I found. I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's go. Chuba got that bag. Now he's unfortunately the lone wolf in that backfield again. That's so sad.
What's going on, Joey?
Not much. I heard you guys telling getting pulled over stories, and I since got a message. He asked me to come on earlier, and I was like, "Oh, I'm hanging out with the kids tonight, and they're in bed now." But I wanted to tell my best getting pulled over story.
Okay.
So I got pulled over for going 35 and a 15. It was a school zone. I went over a hump and I did not see the sign change and whatnot. So the cop pulls me over and it's kind of really laying into me. And I'm like, I'm very sorry. I didn't see the sign. And I just moved to a new apartment. And the cop said, have my license? He said, is this your correct address? And I said, no, I'm sorry, it's not. He says, do you have anything with your new address on it? And I said, well, the only thing I have is my certificate of ministry because I got ordained to marry 2 of my friends. And so the cop takes it. He goes back to his cop car, comes back 5 minutes later, and he goes, I can't in good faith give a pastor a ticket. And I said, God bless you, son. Rolled up my window and drove off. So that's my getting pulled over story.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah. If you ever want to get out of a ticket, just get ordained online. It's like $10. So.
I actually think I am ordained online. I was going to be the officiant at a buddy's wedding about 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if that still holds up. By the way, Joey and I are in the same room.
Yes, we are. Here, let me touch you.
It's gonna be like one of those in a sitcom where all of a sudden they get close together, then the line going between them goes down, and then you realize they're right.
It comes down, and then Joey and I hug, embrace. I believe the word is in movies. It's not hug; it's embrace.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it'll be a very sweet scene.
All right, so we're ready to give away the football?
Yeah.
Football.
Who signed the football?
Nice. Chuba Hubbard signed this football.
Ooh.
Chuba.
Chuba.
I have to share.
Chuba
Hubbard.
Well, I don't know how to add that screen back up.
Just add it back to the...
No, it only gives me the remove button.
Oh, hold on.
There it is. All right, so I think all I have to do is hit pick reply.
Okay.
Okay, and then we click on this and we find out who it is.
Steve Fressa, congratulations. Steve,
wow, I like that tool.
Steve hangs out with us during the day. Congratulations, Steve. I'm gonna hold on, I gotta write that down.
I like the tool. That's nice.
Steve is the one who bought Merry Fishmas shirts for his family for their Christmas picture.
Oh, and now he's got a
That's
tuba
awesome.
ball to put in it.
Mhm.
Oh, I have to send him stuff already anyway. That's nice. That works.
Saving on postage. Look at you go.
That's what we're all about in this place.
Mhm.
So Steve wins multiple things, just like Joey.
I've never won anything, and I watch these shows all the time.
I know.
It's okay. One day I'm gonna win.
Well,
I
not
almost
if
won a
you-
Ray
not
Finkel
if I have
jersey. I
anything
was
to do
so
with
close.
it. I've been
I was so
rigging
close.
this thing against you so far. I could keep doing it.
I know. Well, I didn't want to crash too long, but I'll be crashing, I think, a lot soon. So we'll tease
Yeah.
there for everybody.
Yeah, I think we have a plan for.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
All right,
I
you
haven't told
guys.
anyone about
Okay.
it.
Bye, Joey.
Bye, everybody.
I'm
How do I close
gonna
that?
just try to give something away.
You hit the end stream
Is
button.
it the X? Is it the
End
X?
stream. That's what you do.
Don't actually.
Oh, he did it.
Do you have something else to give away, Russ? Because I want to try this one out. It will go to anyone who commented in the YouTube, I think.
On the chat or comment.
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Buddy. Come here.
Please
do a-
answer.
Let's do a
Here,
test.
buddy.
Yeah, the YouTube link is. It has to be on a video,
So
not alive.
you can't just put the link to our what's streaming right now.
That's what I put. Oh, well, it was worth a try. We can pull up a different one.
I trust Scampers. He is a YouTube connoisseur.
What is Scamper saying?
They
You
can't
can't-
leave a comment right now while we're live streaming.
Right. So it's only for comments. Okay.
I love this. Much better than a wheel. Watching Bob scroll pages to try to figure out how to. It works.
It does.
It's a little behind the scenes, a little inside baseball, you know.
Hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
We were talking about it yesterday. Fake it till you make it.
Yep. And even after you make it, keep faking it.
Keep faking it. 'Cause that's how you got there.
Yeah.
I still have no idea what I'm doing. It's fine.
Do we have trivia? We got to figure out a way to do that one trivia game more fun with a chat.
Which one?
I don't know. The one that doesn't work.
Oh,
All of them,
Really?
basically.
I mean, I could read trivia questions, but then I have to find more trivia questions for the advent calendar shows.
Joey's back in the chat.
Yeah,
I like the idea that,
Is Joey in the chat? Is that his name now?
no, but I like the idea that it's almost Matrix like, where you zoom, like you do the telephone thing and you like zoom up into this and then you leave it and you're back in the chat. So it's like a Matrix
like-
level simulation where
like Mike TV from Willy Wonka. You just
Yeah.
there.
Uh,
Anybody else pause that to see if the little
I-
specks in the top of it spelled something out? No, just me. Okay.
no. I like this. It's true. Fake it till you make it. Then keep faking it when you get there. Because keep faking it. It's because how you made it. It's the way to do it. Ah, yes. But we have more stuff to give away.
Well, no, because this thing didn't work.
Oh,
I mean, we can make Russ use a wheel.
that's. I started that's what she said on that, but I stopped mid sentence and then still said it. Oh, the office trivia game. Where's Bocce?
I was gonna
I don't
say,
know
are you contractually allowed to do the office trivia game without Bosch?
I think if we did it, and he would find out, and he would be in the chat within about 5 minutes.
I think yeah. I don't think Bosch and I are allowed to play along. Let me text Boschi. About to play Office trivia on stream. Let's see what he says to that.
The hashtag thing didn't work because it only took for a certain amount of time. Like
Yeah,
it
didn't take all of them. It definitely wasn't taking all of them. So
there are people watching The Office right now. So I think they're down. In which month did The Office premiere in 2005?
Well, I'm sorry. What was that? Well, anyway, this is funny. That's just the YouTube viewers. There's other platforms we stream to. Our number says what, 778?
Yep. I'm gonna say it's either September or March, right? Like those are usually the 2 months where TV shows start.
Yeah. Well, the first one was only 6 episodes, and then it called it.
That's the first correct answer. It was March.
Yeah. I was going to say, it makes more sense that it was the end of the year because it was only 6 episodes and they didn't know they were going to get picked up. And then they got picked up and started fresh the next year.
Well, yeah, no, because if you start in September, you go through December and you stop at New Year's. And like that's like the first set of pilot season.
Yeah, that would be more than 6 weeks. Sweeps is usually May. So if it starts in March and goes to sweeps, that'd be about 6 to 8 weeks.
Give one about the actual show.
God, you remember when Toyotathon was a thing? And they'd have people jump up and freeze midair in commercials and stuff.
I know the answer to this one. What is Creed Bratton's real name?
Creed
Bratton.
Or
where's my buzzer? Where is my
office lore? The name of the cult leader of the last cult he left. His name was Creed Bratton, and he stole his name. But
does it mean like his real name in the show?
I think it's his real name in real life, which is Creed Bratton, but which is Creed.
He buzzed me though.
No, that was an incorrect buzzer.
Right. What's his name? William Charles Schneider.
Oh, yeah, that's his one of his fake names in the show.
All right.
Because he says he stole the name Creed Bratton from a cult leader that he was, and he re-became the cult leader or whatever.
It's funny because okay. How many different regional managers were there, including acting managers?
God, I don't know. They closed branches enough that you'd have to give me a timeline of which part of the show.
The entire show.
Is it before they closed Stamford? Is it before they closed Buffalo? Like,
I haven't seen the number yet. The number has not shown up yet.
I think you're gonna have to give this one.
It's 9.
9 times.
9 times. We have that on our button bar for Fantasy Football Weekly. 9 times. Anytime someone says the name number 9, we hit
my brain does that every single time. Anyway, yeah.
All right, there we go.
That's not just a hot take. It might be the worst take I've ever heard. I'm not sure Joey and I can remain friends. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't a big Robert California fan, but I'm fine.
In which season did Michael Scott leave to go live with Holly in Colorado?
7.
That's correct. Scott, you won something.
Yes.
How about an eggnog?
I'm all out. I'm drinking straight whiskey now.
Which person who also acted in the show wrote the most episodes?
BJ Novak.
Lieberstein. Was it Kaylin? Wasn't Lieberstein?
Oh
or
yeah,
Kaylin?
it was Mindy. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say those are
Yep.
those are my first two guesses.
At least a lot of people were agreeing. A lot of people were guessing along BJ Novak with me.
You want more?
Keep it going. What else we got to do?
Okay. Well, I mean, we are.
I don't know. The chat does not seem to like this.
Yeah, they're not actually. Nobody's actually winning anything. Are we gonna do something to win something?
In fact, the chat is pretty annoyed that we keep doing this. I think they'd rather we don't ask office trivia.
Oh, John didn't get this one the other day. Who was the last character to speak in the series finale of the
Ed Helms? Andy Bernard.
Nope. I know the answer, so I won't say it.
I don't. I was guessing. Oh, I think it might be John. Pam?
It was Pam. I only know that because
if we had done it for something, Joey would have won something. He would have won something.
That's right. It was Pam.
Joey, you just won my love and affection, even though you had it already.
Oh, some of these are really easy.
So ask some easy ones. Who cares? I won't know.
If I know the answer, then it's super easy because I saw about 5 episodes.
Oh, you should, Lauren. Even on rewatches, I watch all the seasons. There's good stuff in all of them.
Oh, watch the last season of Parks and Rec. It's which Pennsylvania county is Scranton located in, as seen on Dwight's volunteer sheriff deputy mug?
Lackawanna. Apologies. I knew that one right away. I shouldn't have said it. I'm Parks and Rec, the final season. I understand though. It is definitely a different vibe. It's really just trying to close everything off.
Yep. They do the super mega happy ending, and I'm fine with it because you won it for their character.
I'm fine with it as well. There are some shows that I have a lot of trouble with. I can watch the Parks and Rec one. It's short too. It's 8 episodes, I believe.
Which recurring character does The Office writer and producer Michael Schur play on the show? Mose. I knew that one.
All right. If we're not playing or anything, we gotta switch it up.
I mean, I'll be honest with Lauren here. You're probably right. I have watched a lot of full series. I stick things through to the end. I'm a completionist.
Yep.
Way more than I should. And I think if you never watch the endings, you're probably going to end up happier than if you did for most of the time.
Make up your own ending.
There are some that I definitely wish I hadn't. And there are some there are a couple that I did not finish, and I'm happy.
Have you watched Sons of Anarchy?
Nope.
The last episode of that show was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, that show was phenomenal, and then jumped the shark, and then it was okay, and then finally it ended, and it was just one of the worst things. It was like they gave the script and camera to a bunch of college film students, and they're just like, "Go, this is your final project. Go." And it was just so bad. Okay.
Yeah, this is one that landed the ending though.
Sorry.
Breaking Bad absolutely landed the ending.
I knew someone was going to bring this up. I like the How I Met Your Mother ending.
I lost all respect for you in 1 second. It's absolutely incredible. I'm just kidding. Lost no respect for you, but I thought the last season was one of the worst I've ever seen.
Oh, no, the season was terrible, but like they didn't have a choice. No one wanted to be there. But the ending of hell, it's been forever. Statute of limitations is gone after 10 or so years. You know, the mother dying and him going after, like, the whole show is a love letter to Robin. Not ending up with Robin would have been stupid at that point.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. They just went about it way the wrong way.
Oh, they didn't have a choice. I sadly read about this because I loved that show, and then it was bad. It was Jason Segel and one other person just didn't want to do the last season, so they had to find ways to work around everyone's schedules. It's the same thing.
I don't even feel like it was the last season. I feel like it was the last 3 or so that were just really bad for that show. The last one was just really, really off. But
so Robin was the mother?
No.
No.
The mother.
He ended up with Robin. The mother was the Italian girl that's in Palm Springs, and she's like a Emmy Award winning or Emmy Award nominated for a show.
Miliani?
Yeah, that's someone.
I don't think I got that far in the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I rewatched it, and it, man,
this could not be more dead wrong. I think that was done really well. I think in the moment people overreacted from a non-universally standard happy ending, or an ending that leaves things in question. But I thought Sopranos was awesome. It's a tough rewatch, Sopranos, though, because there are a lot of episodes that don't have a lot going on. That I don't know how I made it through week to week because I watched that one.
It was built for week to week.
It was built for week to week. Yeah.
It was very. It kept you waiting for the next week because it was build up, and then it hit you.
Yeah, this is the one. They're giving her all this Emmy buzz for The Penguin. The mother from How I Met Your Mother, Christina.
I still have to watch that.
I haven't watched it either.
No? Let's go on.
Zach, I have to ask you. I'd watched episodes of the Wednesday Night Fantasy Cares Hangout.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was called that before. I'd watch episodes before, and there would be a lot of football talk. And then Bob and I come on, and there's no football talk and a whole bunch of random crap. How do you feel?
There wasn't that much football talk before. It was far more food centric, which is more in my wheelhouse. Yeah. But I don't think there was a lot of football talk. Although Russ and I were both in contention for the Scott Fish Bowl at that point, so there was like a little more.
A little talk. There was a little talk,
but not a lot.
Yeah,
now everyone's eliminated from SFB, and that's what we would always talk about.
Yeah.
I heard Barry was great, right?
Barry was great. Similar to your feeling on How I Met Your Mother or whatever, or some of those, it feels like the ending. I know Hader wanted to be done with it.
Yeah.
And they fast forwarded a year or two, I can't remember. And the ending did feel really rushed. And I'm not sure how I truly feel. Maybe I have not done a rewatch of it. I watched it. I was a week-to-week watcher of it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Barry. The last season I was on, but I get it. But also that's another one I felt like rushed to close things out. But I thought it was great. This I'm interested in. Is it the same like the Jackal, the sniper guy, the hitman that they've made documentaries about, that Bruce Willis did a movie about, that they made in the 90s? They made a couple like bio documentaries. Is it that the same Jackal?
No.
I know it's Eddie Redmayne playing the Jackal in that one, but they've done multiple shows and movies and documentary stuff on him. Is it that same guy, or is it like a really dramatized version, or is it just something completely different? I'm curious.
It's the same, but deeper.
Is it deeper true or just dramatized? I bet it's dramatized for, to make a good, fun story. That'd be my guess. But I do want to watch it.
What'd you have for dinner, Zach?
Oh, I never watched Scorpion, but I felt the same way about Las Vegas. I thought that show. I enjoyed that show, and I thought it could have been good. Josh Duhamel, baby.
Cheeseburger soup, Russ.
I do like
Cheeseburger
Reacher.
soup.
Yeah,
I do like Reacher, Jerry. I think Alan Richard is a good Richmond. Alan Richmond, right? Yeah, he's good for that because he's like 6'4", 240. The bad guy, the big bad in this third season is like 6'9", 280 or 300 or whatever. He's just absolutely giant. I'm really excited to see the third season.
So hold on. What's cheeseburger soup? Is it like a cheese-based soup?
Yeah.
Are you like? Do you live in a bubble for food?
Do you not eat food, Russ?
Not cheeseburger soup.
Oh, I mean, it is. It's like a cheese-based soup with hamburger and onions, and we had potato in it too. Because I don't know, maybe you get a side of fries. Like,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, and what's really great is throwing that in like a bread bowl.
Yeah. I actually had.
Russ is like, my mind is just like.
So I didn't do the bread bowl, but we had pretzel bites that were rejected. We got substituted the wrong brand of pretzel bites. And so Caleb was like, no, I don't. So I put pretzel bites in the cheeseburger soup.
In the cheese.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That sounds good.
Pretzel bites always. Oh, man. Hawaiians, Hawaiians rolls.
Those are the ones. But those are the ones he doesn't like.
Well,
he doesn't like the sweet Hawaiian rolls?
No.
But
not the sweet Hawaiian
rolls.
Pretzel rolls, yeah.
There's so many good things you can do with those sweet Hawaiian rolls, too.
Yeah.
But like it's funny. Like Trish just like, hey, I bought you pretzel rolls, and I'm like, sweet, and I'm like, and I throw one, I just pop them in because they were slider ones, and I was just like, because it's sweet. It's still the King's Hawaiian, and it was pretzel, and it was just, oh man, I ate a few of those.
Yeah,
like just
smash
the
burgers,
bread.
throw them on there.
Yeah.
You don't even need anything on there, just butter.
Yeah, I had leftover meatloaf and I made a sandwich.
That works too.
Win.
Yep. Rusted Root. They definitely had a few hits back in the day. Or the Grassroots. He was the Grassroots. That's right.
Is this like a real thing or in the show thing?
No, in real life. In real life, he was in the Grassroots.
I want to hear more about Disney food because I miss it when I'm not there. I love eating at Disney.
God, I misspoke for a second there, but Rusted Root, they did something too. That was Take Me On My Way. What? Send Me On My Way by Rusted Root. That was a great song. That was in that was in a few movies back in the day.
Send me on my way.
Yep.
Send me on my way.
That was Rusted Root, yeah. I quickly corrected when I remembered Creed Brad was Grassroots, but
all right, so what other Disney foods?
Man, we didn't do a ton of food. We did a lot of food at Universal. We did I sent you we did the milkshakes. There's like it almost looks like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory at City Walk, and Harrison was all about the milkshakes, and so we did that. It's like the chocolate emporium. I don't know, it was wild.
The shake with a piece of cake.
Yeah, it had the cake. It had cake and then whipped cream, and I don't know, maybe like sweet food is my vice. I'm very bad. I don't turn down many sweets.
The chocolate chip cookies at Disney Springs at
Gideon's.
Gideon's,
Yeah.
Oh, those are amazing.
We did Amaret's this time because you could mobile order, which is another like little bakery. I don't know. We did Polite Pig, the barbecue place, which
was good.
Awesome. Oh, so good. I don't know. We did. It's always tricky though because we're like, again, I'm trying to make. So my love language is food. I know that's hard to believe, and so like I'm always trying to make sure that the people around me are happy with what they're eating. I know you guys have been to places with me, and I try to do that. And so it's always interesting trying to find places that Caleb will be happy eating and everybody else will be, because he's so limited with like but the last time we were there he did a French fry rating. So like I had his top French fries from all around the parks, so I could kind of navigate that too.
Nice.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a Casey's Corner guy if anyone's scoring at home.
Casey's Corner.
Yeah, in the Magic Kingdom.
Yep. The best cut through when fireworks are over.
Yep.
You guys really have this stuff mapped out.
Well, I mean, you got to try to avoid the crowds, at least. The best story that I had was when you came to Boston, Scott, and Zach and I were talking about breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
We simultaneously had you had it right.
Simultaneously, yeah.
Simultaneously, decided on a place. I texted him, and he's like, "I was just texting you that same place," and it's the Friendly Toast.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I feel like that was a win.
Yes,
that was my first time to Boston. I don't know if you knew that.
I think I heard that once or twice.
Yeah, I was Boston Scott for a weekend. It was a good time. You guys showed me a good time there. It was good. French fry ratings. My youngest loves French fries. Loves them to death. I could not care less about French fries. Like, they're good, but I don't really care much. I don't care. I have them. They're fine. But you're mentioning the chocolate stuff. I just can't. Like, no, I don't like sweets. Like, it's probably why I've never had a cavity in my entire life. I don't like sweets. Chocolate is too rich for me. I can't do any of that stuff. Like, I feel like there are times in my life with stuff like that where I feel like I'm missing out. You know, that my taste buds are in such a way that, like, there are people that are like, oh, it's so delicious. And I feel like I'm probably missing out on something that I'm just like, I don't really like. I don't like sweets. I don't like chocolate, you know?
But you must have other things that just like,
I like salty stuff. I don't like sweets. I like salty stuff.
But I think
I like bacon cheeseburgers. I like pizza. I like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, just people talk about like sweet desserts like they're like amazing. And I'm like, I don't get to have that, you know? So
yeah, but again, like you get to have it with the bacon cheeseburger or the whatever it is that you're salty or savory, and that to me is one of the most frustrating things about when people talk about food, is because it's such a personalized thing. And so like you have people where like you'll say, oh, I like this, and people will be like, oh, that's gross, or oh, I hate this, and people are like, no, you got it, and it's like, no, like it's okay.
Yeah,
we
all get to have our things.
And it's beautiful.
Absolutely.
And I know it makes Russ laugh because anytime anybody asks me what I want for food, the answer is yes.
Yes.
I've never had anything like aside from like pickled tripe. I won't have again. It was like pickled shower cap, but like anything else, like I'm in. So it doesn't bother me going to places, and it's always fun for me to find things that pop for the people that I'm around.
Right.
So that's fun.
Yeah. Absolutely. Lauren commenting on that's insane, the no cavity part. Yeah, not even in my baby teeth, not in my adult teeth. I just turned 45 recently. Never had a cavity. My dentist absolutely loves me, but probably doesn't realize it's because I don't like sweets and stuff. But yeah, she thinks my teeth are incredible at my age, especially. But she loves my teeth.
Dulce de leche, yes.
What is dulce de leche? Again, not a sweets guy.
Caramel's not really my thing.
Chocolate and milk or something.
So it's like it's like caramel. It's like sugar of milk.
It's
okay.
Yeah.
It's with like sweetened condensed milk instead of.
Yeah.
I've never had most of these.
Really?
Well, I mean, we don't have In-N-Out,
Yeah,
Jack in the Box, Raising Cane's, A&W.
Oh,
but you don't get them when you travel.
we don't even.
I don't go anywhere.
I almost never want to go out on In-N-Out because I feel like the In-N-Out lovers always talk about animal style and stuff, but In-N-Out might be the most overrated burger place that's ever existed in the history of anything.
I need to try it one of these days. I've never
met someone
out
from the Midwest who has gone to try In-N-Out and then come back and been like, that's amazing. But people on the West Coast are like, oh, it's so awesome. I'm like, it's because you've never had a good fucking burger. Like when your bar is up here, it's mediocre. When your bar is way down here, yes, I'm sure In-N-Out is great. But it's good. It's good, but trust me, like you can go to 50 places here in the Midwest and they're all better.
Oh, now I can do it.
What are you trying?
And I like In-N-Out.
I'm trying to put a big X on Taco Bell fries.
My 11-year-old loves In-N-Out, but man, it's probably not a top 20 place out here. I think Chick-fil-A has really good waffle fries. I haven't had McDonald's in 23 years now, 23 and a half years. So I remember their fries being awesome. They're good. My kids like their fries,
soggy,
but I don't remember.
These are always soggy.
White Castle is a lot like Shake Shack if you get them right.
This is true. Culver's destroys In-N-Out.
Yeah, it's another thing we don't have here.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I've never had food at Dairy Queen. I've only ever.
Again, you must be from the West Coast, Scampers, to believe this. Which is true. He is from the West Coast.
He is from the West Coast. Yeah.
But it is top tier out there. That's for sure.
I'd take Whataburger over In-N-Out, but
also never had.
Five Guys.
Yeah, I'm not even
good.
dogging on In-N-Out. In-N-Out's good. It's just it doesn't deserve the hype because I'm not sure it makes the top 5 or 10.
Yeah,
like in the Midwest. So it's just weird to me. Arby's curly fries are pretty dang delicious.
I'm not a fan of seasoned fries.
Really?
Yeah.
I like me a seasoned fries. Yeah, this is the thing. When people talk about animal style on it, you have to put a bunch of stuff on it just to make it taste good. That's kind of my point. When you have to like put a bunch of shit on it just to even try to make it come close to tasting good, that's kind of the problem, Biggs.
I mean, Chick-fil-A waffle fries are tough to beat too.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A waffle fries are definitely up there. God, I'm not a fry guy, so I haven't had a lot of these fries.
I don't like Burger King's fries. I don't like Burger King in general.
My kids like Culver's fries, but to me they're crinkle fries and they're really potato-y.
Mm.
The more potato-y you are, the less I probably like your fry. I like it to be like straight up grease almost and hard and crispy. I like shoestring fries. I like curly fries.
I'm usually a fan of the crunchier fries.
So you're not a
Oh my Lord.
I'm not a steak fry guy.
Look at this from Lauren. There's two ways to look at this. One way is, wow, how
tip,
I tried all these. The second is, dear Lord, it's going to be awesome for her to try some of those for the first time.
I mean, I haven't been to most of those.
Really?
I mean, I've been to White Castle and Sonic and Popeyes.
Churches is the only one I haven't been to. Where is
A&W
Churches
is
located?
just like a Stewart's, right? It's just like a like the root beer place, right? Like the hot dog and soda kind of. Do you
Which
guys not
one?
have Stewart's?
No. I know. I think they're on the turnpike in Jersey, right?
Not even if they are on the rest stops, I'm not going to call that a real version of the food.
I don't know. I have really fond memories of the Popeyes in Pennsylvania, Russ.
Yes,
Again, it's the double animal style. It's not the best burger ever. You had to add 6 friggin' things to it to make it edible. Is what you had to do. The double animal style people are the funniest.
I don't remember the name of the place, but we
All
found
it
a
tells me
pretty
is
good
you've never
place.
had a really good burger in your life, and so that you think that that's good. I mean, that's great. Those are great. And everybody, like Zach and I said earlier, we all get our preferences.
Yeah.
But when you have to get it this specific size, style and add 6 things to it to make it really good, it tells you a lot about the quality.
We found a place in Canton, well, outside of Canton.
Yeah, the little
that had
drive-in.
a butter burger. It was an old school drive-in. So we drove up with the car and the waiters come out with the trays and everything. Those were pretty good.
Yeah.
I can't
forgot
recall
why,
the
but I
name,
wasn't
though.
hungry at that point.
You got a
You got-
milkshake. It was
you
like
got
peanut
the
butter
milkshake.
banana milkshake.
Yep.
It was all about the milkshake. We just happened to be there and said, yeah, give me fries and a burger too, and chicken. And
It was yes. What would you like? Yes.
Yes.
Lauren asked where all these places are. Cane's isn't a burger place; it's a chicken place. But we have them in the Midwest. Do you guys have them on the East Coast? Raising Cane's?
No.
No.
Like that, like down in like South East Coast, we do, but not up here.
Okay. Yeah, we have them in the Midwest. A&W we have here. I mean, I feel like A&W is national. Culver's is definitely Midwest. That's a Wisconsin company, but I think there's a good amount in the Midwest. White Castle, do you guys have those there?
Yeah.
Rallies?
Not here. You have to go to New York.
I've only driven
Rallies,
by a
I
White
haven't seen
Castle.
around. They're not around here, but when I've gone to Kentuckiana area, they've had.
Well,
them.
it's Rallies or Checkers. They're the same thing.
Okay.
We have Checkers,
Yeah.
or we used to. They're gone now, but we used to have Checkers.
Dairy Queen is all around here. Do you guys have Dairy Queens?
Yeah.
Yes, but like they're small ice cream shops. I don't know if there's food.
Oh,
there.
they have
Russ,
lots of hot food.
Russ,
But
you gotta come up-
They started as ice cream shops.
You come up next summer. There's a Dairy Queen literally on the same road as my in-laws' house. We'll grab Dairy Queen. We'll hit their pool. We'll make sure it's a weekend. My mother-in-law's gone. It'll be excellent.
I'm in.
Nice. Popeyes, Louisiana brand,
Everywhere.
but I feel like it's in the South a lot. Minnesota
They started
has them.
popping up here. Like
They
the past
have-
5 years.
Yeah.
They're 3 in
They're
Maine.
known for their chicken. Their Cajun style's better than their regular, in my opinion. I like their Cajun. I like spice to my stuff. Their popcorn strip should not be slept on though.
Popeyes was you guys. I don't know if all of you will remember this, but I know Bob will. Was when the Red Sox had the scandal where their bullpen was ordering food during games. It was the Popeyes across the street that they were having delivered to the bullpen, and they got in a lot of trouble doing that.
Yep.
This is actually
It was
shocking.
it was popcorn shrimp too.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
All right, fellas. I don't know about you, but it is my bedtime.
Did we talk one thing about football besides give away one?
No.
Nope.
This is one thing. I've only had a Portillo's once, whatever. Portillo's. I
What
don't
is
even
it?
know how to pronounce it, but I've had it once.
It's
and
a hot dog.
It was really good. Good hot dog. There's someone who plays an SFB that like owns three of them or something. Three franchises, three of those Portillo's hot dog places or whatever.
Wait, the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Dairy Queen in Texas doesn't have chocolate ice cream?
What?
Doesn't make sense.
That does not make sense.
They have to have the chocolate soft serve. It's only a bag they pour into a machine.
That seems crazy.
Yeah. I want to research that now. They just add syrup.
They banned chocolate in Texas, so they can't have it. That's crazy. It does feel weird. We've only been on for an hour and 10 minutes. I feel like it's been longer.
We have that effect on you, Scott?
I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. I could go another 2 hours. Russ?
Everyone's asleep in my house.
I'm about to join them.
Well, fine.
Does the
I'll just
chat
sit here and talk to myself?
No, I mean, you guys absolutely keep going if you want to keep going. It's just not going to be with Russ because Russ needs to go bye-bye.
What was it? Was it Swenson's?
Yes,
that's what it was that we did. I thought so.
Yep, that's right. I had a banana milkshake. Russ decided to mix his with coffee and banana.
I thought he did peanut butter banana.
It depends. I've done that too.
Peanut butter banana was at the other ice cream shop.
Oh, was that Brigham? Yeah. Okay.
It was at the little old school one.
Yeah, the one with the armed guard.
Because I was on an ice cream shake kick, and we had to go every night.
Do you remember? Was it 1 year or 2 years ago? It was. Oh no! I wish McDowell was here. So a few years ago, McDowell and a few of us used to we'd get an Airbnb and we'd watch the NFL draft together. We'd hang out, a bunch of us guys, for like a few days, and we play board games and stuff. I'd play pool and stuff because I'm not as much of like a board game, like table game guy, but I'm definitely a billiards guy. I had a billiards table my entire life growing up in my house. But we would get an Airbnb and we'd watch the NFL draft and we'd just hang out for a weekend. So one of these weekends, McDowell, right before the weekend, he ate an entire tub of banana ice cream. And that entire tub of banana ice cream triggered needing to have his gallbladder removed right before this trip to the Airbnb. So he goes in, he has surgery on like a Friday morning to have his gallbladder removed. And they're like, all right, you got to rest, you got to relax, you got to take it easy. He drives from Kentucky to St. Louis the day of, within the 24 hours of having gallbladder surgery, to come hang out with us for the NFL draft weekend.
That's some dedication.
But it was all triggered by eating a tub of banana ice cream.
So we won't invite Ryan to,
to Swenson's.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in. He's in.
He's in. He doesn't have a gallbladder anymore, so you can't
happen again.
You can't have it removed twice.
He's in.
Yeah.
All right. For reals this time. Good night, everybody. I'll talk to you later.
Good night, Russ.
Good night, Russ. Is Russ going, or is he
going and we're staying live, or what are we doing?
Do you want? You tell me.
Stay in, Russ.
Not cool, man. If I'm going to leave, I'm leaving on my own terms.
Look, we can play a video out for you, and then just be us sitting here afterwards.
Night, everybody.
No, I know what Russ wants. Oh, I was gonna give him the.
Just to be sure, one of you guys does have the end stream button, right?
I do.
I do.
Okay.
Not me. They don't trust me with that sort of thing.
Russ. Well, he's gone now. But remember the Potathon?
Oh, that's true. We know Scott has the end stream button.
I always have the end stream button, and then sometimes I press it during a Potathon.
We could have used it a couple times during a couple segments. I was in and around.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was sitting here sweating during that one.
I definitely heard about that. So, who in the chat is coming to Vegas for the SFB live event this year? Anyone in the chat? It's a hell of an event.
God. You're talking about the live event. I'm going before that.
So am I. I'll be in Vegas in February. Yeah.
I am too.
I'll be there in February.
Yeah, I'm going to be there like the third week in February.
I will be there February.
He's now changing his flight.
18th, 19th, and 20th.
Me too. Wow.
I will see you there, Bob. Let's hang out at the pool.
Wait, yeah, wow, that'd be great. I get to meet Scott Fish.
Nobody wants to meet me.
It's gonna be a nice getaway. My kids actually are on vacation that week. I was just told yesterday. My wife mentioned that, and I said, "I'm only going for like a couple days. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna be home with the kids for 3 days by myself. Go somewhere."
I have no problem taking care of the kids. I love hanging out with the kids for 3-4 days a week, whatever, without the wife. She went to just last year, she took our niece to to France. She took our niece to Paris for about a week. Yeah, it was a good week for the boys and I to hang out. This upcoming year, she's going to Paris again with a friend for, a week or so. She likes to go to France. Must be because she's, fluent and lived there for a while.
Who doesn't?
I don't know when the Vegas draft is, Mel. I would guess late June. I mean, not a guess. I'm sure it's going to be late June. I just don't know which week. It's one of the last 2 weekends in June is when that'll be.
Is that breaking news? Did we just break there's going to be a live draft in Vegas this year?
You know what? I actually don't have any of that confirmed.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just took a estimated guess that everybody's going to be in on it. I think we should do this. And as a volunteer, I will have us fly me to France to monitor this draft.
I mean, you might as well take the cruise to France.
Well, Zach, you can do the cruise.
Okay.
I'll do
Zach and I were going to go. Zach and I were going to go to the Hawaii live draft.
Okay. Nice.
I'm actually really I'm gonna try to do the Philly and the New York, especially if they're doing that the same weekend thing that they've been doing, going down and doing the Russ's Basement live draft and then hitting Philly and New York.
I think that's a great idea.
I low key think we actually should do a lot of Russ's Basement live draft. I'm sorry. I think we should actually do it.
We should. We got at least 3 so far.
Not just do it. I think we need to put a camera in the corner and live stream.
Oh yeah,
it.
live stream it.
I like this. I like this from Lauren, which tells me she's in our age range.
I will put look
Or
for
she
an
just likes
Airbnb.
classic music, possibly.
Look for an Airbnb near Russ so that we aren't getting him in trouble.
Yeah.
But we'll have it in his basement. I'm gonna look it up. I can't find a pen. There we go.
I enjoy Green Bay. There is not a bad seat in that stadium, and if you've ever been to a draft or not a draft, a game in Green Bay, have you guys been to a Green Bay game, Packers game at Lambeau or anything? Stadium's awesome. It's an awesome vibe everywhere. And the last time I was there for a game, my wife and I got up at had to be 8 a.m. Go out of our hotel. People are tailgating everywhere. And it's a Monday night football game at 9 p.m. And it is 8 a.m. and people are drinking and grilling at 8 a.m. for a game that's 12 hours away. And I'm like, yeah, I like this. This is enjoyable.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. My in-laws are from – oh, sorry. I'm trying to read.
Why don't you bring it on the screen? I mean, if you're going to read it.
Yeah, Steve. Wear your Fishmas shirts. That'd be cool. I do think you probably would have to nap. It's a long day. My wife and I didn't. I think you just plow through, but it's definitely true that Wisconsin's drink. Wisconsinites definitely know how to drink.
Every 4 brats basically like a nap, so you're good.
Yeah. the alcohol and meat sweats that night, and or if you don't drink, it's meat sweats. If you drink, it's alcohol sweats. Maybe it's both for a lot of people. But man, it is a long night after a Packers game. But yeah, no, it's a good atmosphere. It's a great atmosphere in Green Bay.
I would want to go in the September first week, because otherwise it's probably going to be too cold.
It's I'm a Minnesota boy. It's not too cold, but it's I know Mel is a Packer fan in the chat. It's sometimes I feel like I'm on the weird side of things, in that I grew up in a half Viking, half Packer household, so I don't have the hatred that a lot of Vikings fans and Packers fans hate each other.
Right.
The Packers are Ian, my 11-year-old's favorite team is the Vikings. His third favorite team is the Packers. There's not an animosity in this family for Packer fans. So we can speak rationally about Packers, I wonder what it's like for people who absolutely have a fan base that they hate or whatever.
It was a weird thing. So I had a buddy of mine get married in northwestern Wisconsin. And so we were, within, 40-45 minutes of Minneapolis. So we went to a bar and it was split down the middle, and the with Packers fans and Vikings fans, and they didn't speak to each other. It was wild. I've never seen anything like it. But
yeah. I can imagine. Some stadiums honestly are just some cities and stadiums are just so amazing to visit and experience the fans of and whatnot. I've been told this from fan bases that come to visit Minnesota during the Skol chant before the game and stuff. And I've had Packer fans that hate the Vikings that are that's kind of
the atmosphere. Cool. Yeah.
That the whole stadium is in unison doing something like that. It's pretty awesome. But just the cities I've been to for games. I went to a San Francisco Giant. I don't know if you guys are baseball guys, but a Giants game, and I got to watch Lincecum take a no-hitter into the 7th and stuff. And That was a trip my wife and I took to San Francisco to see her best friend, and we had like 4 hours to kill before our plane. So we went to a Giants game and left basically right after the no-hitter was broken
Right.
to go to the airport. But like that stadium, the vibes were awesome. Like it's so fun to go to other stadiums and just see other fan bases just like caught up in the emotion of of their team. It's just such a cool thing.
Okay, Bob. It's not that. No, I'm not in the main baseball Hall of Fame. Just the college. My dad's in the main baseball.
I drew a blank on the.
He was a much better baseball player than I was. But
my brother used to go to Green Bay, Minnesota games every single year for a very, very long time. He's a diehard Packers fan. Like I said, we're a split household. I think that I've never been to one. Vikings fan for 45 years and never been to a Packers Vikings game. I'm not sure I'd want to. I think there's almost too much animosity. I'm kind of like a happy-go-lucky guy. I think that would get to me, the amount of like angst back and forth,
It's the Sox Yankees back in the heyday.
Yeah.
So should the Russ's basement draft be the same weekend as the Potathon?
Just do the Potathon
That would
live
be
from it.
nice.
So we mix it all
fly
in
us all
together.
out. Sal hosts it from Russ's basement.
I mean,
we would have to send Trish on vacation though.
That might be worth
we
it.
would have to.
Well, we can get an Airbnb or we send Trish on vacation. I think we send her on vacation might work out for us.
Yeah.
To Tim, I have been fly fishing. I've fly fished before, but not routinely. I don't really fish very often. Being a Minnesota boy, you'd think it, but no, I don't. In my adult life, I haven't fished as much as I used to when I was, early, 25 and younger.
I've never been a fly fisherman.
I'm not a big fisher.
I wonder if the outdoor stadium thing, I wonder if that's how, I feel like that's how Minnesota felt forever. We had outdoor stadiums forever. And then we went indoors and we haven't been to a Super Bowl since. So, yeah. Yeah, that's the talks that Cleveland's new stadium is going to be.
Well, you can't get a Super Bowl because of the fail in New York.
Yep. If you want a Super Bowl nowadays, it's got to be indoors, and it's almost always got to be a new stadium.
Yeah.
Well, that's usually part of the deal. Like it
is. Yeah. Minnesota got a new stadium. Or got a Super Bowl after they built their new stadium. I wouldn't be surprised if they get another, honestly. They're consistently rated one of the top stadiums. It's an incredible stadium, honestly, except for the one flaw. But I like that it's got Wi-Fi running through its handrails, so there's perfect Wi-Fi basically in the whole stadium. But it does have one giant flaw that I like to joke about sometimes, obviously.
What's the one flaw?
Oh, the entrance and exit to the stadium is one whole side of the stadium. So it's not a big deal getting in because people are tailgating, people are drinking, they're, moseying their way in.
Right.
But when the game ends, that means everybody in the stadium is going to the one side of the stadium. But it is the whole side of the stadium. It's these giant Florida ceiling glass doors that like turn, but it's everybody going the same way. Maybe that's good. Maybe that's bad. I don't know, but it feels.
It sounds like you would have
if you're on the wrong side of the stadium, it feels like it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to a lot of outdoor and indoor stuff, and I don't think the fan experience is much different. I think the story you can tell afterwards is, but I don't feel like it's much different of a fan experience.
Couple Airbnbs nearby, so we're good.
You're finding places for the Russ draft. I got restaurants scoped out. So if we
why do we need Airbnbs when we can clearly stay in Russ's basement?
Well, we need because we're trying to not get him in too much trouble with his wife.
I thought we were sending her on a vacation or a
cruise. We got to weigh out the options. I mean, who knows where she wants to go on vacation? I mean, it could be which one's going to be more cost effective.
I mean, here's the deal: if the 11 other drafters pitch in to send her somewhere, do you think she's going to care that much?
Tahiti, it is.
I mean,
well, yeah, sure. I think we can do that.
I mean,
Potathon weekend. Got it.
At bare minimum, I bet even if we send her to a quiet weekend at a hotel,
a spa,
like my wife would be down for a quiet weekend at a hotel away from everything.
So now Scott's having one too.
I like this idea. Live draft in my yard. Let's do it.
Maybe you could get a thing in your driveway that is like a trailer.
Like a portable pub, like a mobile pub?
Yeah, like a mobile pub.
Like I do every year for my home league.
I've seen someone do that before. I just don't remember who.
Yeah, that guy must be crazy. His home league must be 30 plus years into doing awesome things. Yeah.
That would be fun actually. If we could get one of those.
I do think we're probably at the point of wrapping it up though.
Yeah. We're giving away too many secrets at this point. Like
for
the people that are watching, these are the things that go through our heads.
Do we have something else to give away last minute?
Sure. What do you want? I got 4 boxes.
How many people are in the chat that want something free? Do you want us to give us something away, chat? No? Yes?
No? Yeah.
No?
We've got all kinds of stuff.
100% of the messages say no currently.
Oh, wow. That fantasy got carried. Russ is on somewhere. Jersey. I see Jersey. How are we going to give it away? Because it would take somebody pulling up a wheel. Oh, boy.
Man, almost every message is just don't do it. It's crazy.
How many people are in the chat right now? Let's see. It says 17. What if we gave away 17 things?
If you stayed for the hour and 40 minutes, they get something.
Yeah, I think
a football guy's koozie. I have a bunch of those.
I mean, that might be the only way we can do it. I mean, I don't have a way to pull up anything off of this.
Do you want me to throw up a wheel of names and we can put people in the wheel of names?
Yeah, I got 4 boxes. I'll give away all 4.
No, I mean, we don't need to do that. We can give away 1, but
okay. Give away 1 then.
Of names.
That doesn't look like the wheel of the people here already.
No. That is the last time I ran the wheel of names. You can see names in it that you're like Mr. Lebufu, AJ Hernandez, Mr. Scampers. Lots of names in there that you recognize. But all right, what should we write in the chat?
Basement draft.
Basement draft. Okay, right. Basement draft in the chat, and Zach and Bob will talk, and I will.
Oh, well, Zach's got a lot to say. He's got weeks of stuff to talk about.
Zach, what is your go-to meal? Your go-to food if you're going to go to a brand new, like small town diner you've never been to? What is your go-to food?
Oh man, what? So a diner? Are we
Diner, restaurant, whatever, but it's
we
a
doing-
restaurant you've never been to before. You're like, I want to try.
What kind of restaurant?
So it depends, Scott. It depends on if we're doing a breakfast. If we're doing a breakfast, I'm probably doing some type of Benedict. So depending on what they roll for, we did Loretta's had an incredible. It was like brisket Benedict. It was fantastic with the cornbread side. So like that's what I would do for breakfast. If I'm doing a dinner, sometimes I'll check out the specials, but those are like leftovery things that the cook is trying to make something out of. It's oftentimes, and this is kind of milquetoast bland, but like oftentimes it's the burger. Like I feel like if a place can make a good burger, then that's a win. The other thing that I do, and it drives me nuts, that my mother-in-law does the opposite. So like if we go to like a really good seafood restaurant, she'll get prime rib. Like I want to get what the restaurant is known for. If I'm going to a restaurant. So if you're here in Maine, if you're in Portland and you're rolling up into like Jay's Oyster House or one of the seafood places, like that's where you're gonna go. You're gonna make that
get the
seafood
thing they're famous for. Like you go to Matt's up here or 5-8 Club, you're like, I want to try the Juicy Lucy because this is what you're known for.
That's it.
I tell you, my go-to move is to take a lap. Take a lap around the restaurant
and see what looks good.
Look at the plates. Look at the plates.
That's pro too.
That. You know, I want to know what it looks like.
And it's funny when I travel, it's always you always end up at the place that looks like it shouldn't be open, because those are the places that the locals go to keep them open. So they're good. So the little dive restaurants, the little, the places that you're like, man, it looks like suspicious origin, but if it's still open, the locals are going there. So know that it's a diamond.
Yep. So before I spin the wheel, I'm going to tell you about my paradox, my conundrum when it comes to this.
Oh, this one?
So my go-to is the bacon cheeseburger.
Yep.
Because I feel like if you go to a new diner or restaurant or whatever in a different city, or even your city, you've never been to it, it's nearby. The bacon cheeseburger, if you get that and it's awesome, they probably do their stuff right, because like you can't mess that up. Like you got to be able to be on point with that. And if you're on point with that, you're probably good with other stuff. Here's my paradox. When they're on point with it and it's so good, I go back there and I'm like, their bacon cheeseburger was so dang good. I want that again.
Yeah.
even though I did that as a test to see if I can trust the rest of their menu.
Yeah, it is. It's the catch-22, because you're doing it to see if you can branch out, but then you're staying right in the trunk.
Yep, absolutely. All right, I've got everyone
last year
on
we were
here.
at Bobby Flay's Burger House. Scott got a burger, but it came with pickles. So he was really stuck with what to do at that point.
Yeah. If you So I had a bonding moment once when I went to lunch, or maybe it was a dinner. I don't even know, with the footballers once, and so I ordered my meal. Right, this was at the time when Mike was doing like his no buns. What's the Atkins or whatever with like just the
Keto.
meat, like
Keto.
yeah. So him and Mike Wright. But anyway, I ordered my burger and I'm like, no pickles. And they're like, are you sure? Etc. And I'm like, in fact, take those pickles and throw them in the garbage because I don't want to subject anyone else to those pickles. Just throw them out. I don't want anyone else to have them. Just throw them out. And Mike Wright and I had a moment where we're like, because Mike and I both hate pickles. Like, they are so bad. I don't want anyone else to have to even be anywhere near a pickle. But I've come a long way. I understand that people get to have their own opinions on food and like what they will like, but pickles are the worst food that exists. All right, let's do the wheel here. We're gonna do this for a box of a jersey.
Yeah, I got a box. I got 2 boxes. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Let's do this jersey spin. And I did separate you, Tim, and 2 of you were combined on this wheel. I got it fixed. All right, here we go.
And then they can pick a number between 1 and 4.
All right. We're gonna go to Scampers. Scampers is gonna get himself a jersey today.
I'd say no bacon cheeseburger, but you're a winner.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. You know what? I will send you a bacon cheeseburger if you want, Scampers.
Next time you're around, we will buy you a burger.
Yeah, I see Scampers more than you'd think. I've seen him 3 times in the last like 2 years. I think 3 or 4 times. It's a thing. We hang out. We're friends. I think we're friends. Maybe he's going to dispute that in the chat. All right, how many boxes? 2?
He already picked it.
He said box 3.
Oh, all right. I don't need a wheel then. All right.
No, they're in the chat. They don't need to
close that crap.
We can play any song we want because Russ isn't here to complain about what song we play to open the box.
You are going to ruin our monetizing. Oh. That's very Princess Bride-y,
It's
right?
like very regal. Yeah.
I was thinking Princess Bride the whole time. You did that. It is a
Princess
Bobby
Buttercup.
Hebert jersey. I'm just kidding. Do you guys remember Bobby Hebert?
Yeah, with the Saints.
Who's the quarterback right after him? Was that Aaron Brooks?
I don't remember who came after him. There was they drafted a kid from the University of Maine though to like he was like the 3rd string when Hebert was there.
God, I don't remember. Jahan Dotson. Look at that. Eagles great. Jahan Dotson.
So the funny story on these is Russ and I both won one the same week that he got traded like a week later.
Which makes the Commanders version the classic
retro,
hard to get, the retro version.
Retro vintage is another word you could use.
The vintage jersey.
Yes.
Scampers is probably super excited right now.
Where is he? Is he saying?
I think it was Mike Buck that was the guy from the University of Maine that got the Saints took. That was like a 3rd string to Hebert. Sorry, I'm having flashbacks. It was like mid '90s.
No, yeah, that's us, man. That's our age. So Scampers, you won Jahan Dotson jersey. I feel like he's too excited to talk about it in the chat. Like he's doing that running around the house right now. He's woken up the dogs and they're barking. What's all the commotion?
Yes. I had one the other day, and I thought it was a good jersey, but I didn't know if it still was. But I recall him being a great baseball player, and it's Vizcaino.
Jose
Vizcaino.
Yeah.
Gerald, I'm going to go with Las Vegas. Either he lasts to them or they trade up to get him. I think it's going to be the Raiders.
I got 2 shares of Debbie of him.
I haven't watched quarterbacks yet. I'm still in running backs. So
Oh. I got a couple of offers out in some contract leagues that I need to run the player names by you because they look like Madden make-believe players to me right now.
You sound like Bosch.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's 101 to the Raiders, honestly, because Raiders have 101 right now, right? Right? Yeah.
Do they? They're battling the Patriots?
No, Patriots have 3 wins. Hold on. Yeah, Giants and Raiders have 2 wins. Yep, Raiders 1, Giants 2, Pats 3, Panthers 4, Jags 5, etc.
Yeah.
The Panthers are really trying to win some games out there right now.
Yeah, they actually look pretty good.
They look pretty good. I feel like Dave Canales can coach. Like he coached as quarterbacks coach. He coached Geno up to, comeback player of the year. Went to the Bucks OC, and Baker was almost comeback player of the year. And now then he moved on to Carolina. And I know the first half of the season was rough, but Bryce Young's starting to look like Bryce Young might actually be okay. Which
I blame Thielen. Thielen looks like he's catching everything.
I mean, that was Thielen at the beginning of last year with Bryce Young. Like I don't know how long term I trust Thielen's hammy to hold up, and I don't know. Like I feel like Thielen, when totally energized, has a few weeks in him.
Well, I mean, if it can hold up for 4 more games, I think that's probably enough.
Yeah. Maybe Carolina needs to invest in a really good slot receiver, unless you believe Jalen Coker's that guy.
Like a DJ Moore, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, no, Coker's more of a slot than Moore. But yes,
Johnson.
Deontay Johnson is a really good point. It's a really, really good point.
Well, the thing with Young though, and this was for me watching him coming out is he struggles so much with pressure, like from the interior.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty good if you edge rush and he'll step up into the pocket but he's not great with pressure in his face. Part of it's his height, but part of it he just doesn't deal well with it. And having their offensive line be bad and also not designing an offense that gets the ball out quickly, like both of those things are terrible for him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't by any means think Bryce, like my son was very in on this. He was very anti Bryce Young, very all in on CJ Stroud when they came out. Me quoting an 11-year-old is a little odd, but honestly, it's almost to the point that when it's that obvious to an 11-year-old, there's probably something to it. Although he is more,
he's pretty sharp
he's pretty sharp, and he's more of a football watcher than a lot of 11-year-olds.
Yeah.
So. But this is true also. I mean, it's not the greatest of QB classes, and there is a decent amount of quarterbacks that might be available in free agency that could be bridge quarterbacks to get to next year's class and whatnot. So I get it.
To quote Zach Reed, the Patriots just need the other 10 players besides the quarterback. So they can take all the picks they want. Drake may May's turned out pretty well.
He is.
So far, yeah.
He's fun.
So far.
I think that Drake May is the guy that the Vikings actually wanted.
Yeah.
But didn't have the ammo or just couldn't live with themselves trading up for the price tag.
It was interesting watching the Giants, like I don't know if it was Hard Knocks, where they had the inside the Giants draft room where they were trying to trade up with the Patriots or asked about it, and the Patriots shot it down very quickly. And I wonder if that was kind of how they dealt with basically everybody, where they were like, we're making this pick. But,
yeah,
which is different for the Patriots.
It did seem that way.
Yeah.
Rancho Cucamonga. What's that from? That Cucamonga. It's from a movie or something.
I know the Kangamangus.
No. Someone in the chat's
New Hampshire.
Well, there are only 17 or so people in the chat right now, so maybe they don't. But the Rancho Cucamonga.
I want to say that was actually it was one of the team names in the Madden.
Oh, it was
Madden
back when they do the
Eddie George.
Yeah, the Sharks and
yes, I think there was a Cucamonga. Now I have to look that up. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to remember it, but the chat is probably going to figure it out. I don't know, but if there was a team, God, the Raiders don't have the ammo for it. If the Raiders did it, man, is Dion their coach next year? Do they fire Pierce and they're like, let's get Shador, Dion, and Travis Hunter?
How does Hunter get utilized though? Is an NFL team gonna play him two ways?
I think so. I mean, I've heard things up here at least, that there's a feeling that he would be better at cornerback.
Yeah.
So, but he's so versatile. You would have to use him more.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could see like packages with him in as an offensive weapon, but I don't know. How do you sustain? I guess he is in college, but
this really does feel like what it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely both of these. As he says it, it's definitely both of these. I can see it. I can see where it is in my head from both of those places. Good job, Kevin. I don't know if you Googled that or if your brain just went to the same places as mine, but yeah, definitely both of those. Yeah. The pause one is from The Office, though. Yep. Yeah. All right, we're 2 hours in. Do we want to call it, guys?
Yeah, I got to go to bed because I got to be up at 4:30 to work. But
I have a long day of prep. Lots of work tomorrow. I mean, work is what it is, but it's work. So,
all right. So I guess I have to find a video then to play us out of here. Huh?
Mm-hmm. You do. You gotta do it, boss.
Why is it gonna be me?
I don't have.
Oh, what do you?